Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to talk about the Batchat Bourrasque that just hit the shop in crates, obviously. So let's not lose too much time and kill my wallet. As usual, 5% drop chance and the tank guaranteed after 25 crates, which is roughly 110 euros. And yeah, it's spicy. One cool thing to notice now on the crates, it seems like they increased the number of gold we can get. It comes from 100 to 1k to 100 to 10k, which is a huge improvement in my opinion, so thank you Wargaming. I bought the first two crates, you know, the offer for 5 euros, and I'm 100% sure that I'm gonna get it from there, because if I don't, I'm gonna attack Wargaming personally. Okay, Wargaming, on this one, you were not cool with me, but here I'm pretty sure you're gonna give me the... Oh man, that's going to be 5,000 gold. I mean, can't complain. Yeah, I know, it hurts, but hey, 5k, I mean 5k gold, I'm fine with it. I don't know how much gold I'm still gonna get. Maybe we're gonna be able to get the 10k one. But yeah, I feel like Wargaming wants to be generous with me. I mean, 30 days, I mean, the rewards for the moment are truly worth it. It seems like Wargaming finally changed their mind on the tanks themselves. Just take a look at that. We're getting golds easier, but also premium time easier. I'm not even mad at not getting the tank right now. And I know it sounds like Wargaming propaganda, but I'm not getting paid by them because they literally hate me. To be fair, 7 days of premium account in one crate. They finally listened to us, boys. They finally made the crates relevant and worthy, kind of. Even if all the rewards that we get right now, I already own them all and I kind of don't care about them, it's still cool to see that I get back what I spent. See? Good. We got the tank. So it cost me 50 euros. We're still gonna open 3 more crates because obviously we have them in the garage, so I don't see why we shouldn't open them. So there we go. Can we get maybe 3,000 gold? I mean, wow. This is... I got, for 50 euros, I got the Batchat, I got like 50 days of premium account, and I got 15k gold. I mean, I can't complain. That was an extremely lucky or good roll. I don't know how to say it. But yeah, well, that was awesome. Thank you, Wargaming. I know a lot of you are gonna think that it's worth it because it's a Bourrasque, and basically, if it was the same as the one we have in World of Tanks PC, it would be completely broken. But the reality is a little bit disappointed. But let me jump into the statistics for you to understand. The gun is original. Let's say that you're gonna get a great burst that you will trade for every other statistics. The aim time is bad, the gun dispersion is okay, the DPM is horrible, the magazine reload time is long, 19 seconds, but the reload between shells is only 2 seconds, and you're sitting at 320 alpha damage per shot. In my opinion, that's not enough. Wargaming should have gone for 400 per shot, which gives you 800 burst ability, because here for 19 seconds of reload, you just do 620 alpha damage. It's not enough. On top of that, the penetration is horrific, even using calibrated shell like I'm doing right now. 199 with your regular, 252 with your gold shell. So let me tell you that when you encounter tier 9, sorry, you will struggle a lot penetrating them, especially if they are angled. Not to mention the 6 degrees of gun depression that will make you struggle, but at least you have a low profile tank, so you are struggle less than if we were talking about a Yo tank or something that is extremely high. Now you could think that the mobility will take care of that. Well, not that much. Your average speed is 39 kilometers per hour, and even if you can climb up to 60, you are nearly never gonna achieve this, which makes the whole purpose of the Bourrasque completely useless. What is the Bourrasque at first, at least in World of Tanks PC? A fast tank with a hella burst and abilities to retreat as fast as it came. Here, we have the opposite. Maybe one thing before jumping into the replays, you literally have no armor. Don't count on it at all costs. If you're extremely lucky, the shot will go straight into your gun mantlet, but otherwise, you're just a big piece of butter. Keep that in mind. So now, let's go. The first thing I don't like about the Batchat Bourrasque is its top speed limit, or at least the time it takes for it to achieve that top speed. It's way too much. It's too slow. It's way too slow. Here, for example, I'm struggling getting on a hill at 30 37 kilometers per hour, I should be at least at 45 or something like that. This is the huge problem I have with this tank, the lack of mobility. When the Batchat was first introduced in World of Tank PC, we had an extremely fast tank. And even if I do agree that Wargaming from time to time needs to change tanks from World of Tank PC to World of Tank Blitz, here it just feels not enough. It feels like the tank was hard for the devs to balance, and therefore they went with something that was kind of meh, but hey, people will not tell anything. In its current state, the Batchat Bourrasque is not worth it, but there is a catch. The tank is fun to play, because the burst abilities, your 2 shells, is kind of funny to be able to put into action. But beside that, don't count on the DPM, don't count on anything when it comes to that tank. You will just get wrecked again and again. I don't know why, but I was expecting this tank to be nervous. I expected some nervosity when it comes to the playstyle, where you could relocate extremely easily, you could go as fast as a regular light tank. I was expecting something that would go as fast as an RU or something like that, but no, we didn't have it. And the second thing I don't like about it, it's his burst abilities. Yes, it's fun because you have 600 damage, 640 damage per burst. But 640, come on, for 19 seconds of reload, knowing that an ISU-152 has something like 12 seconds of reload? This is not serious Wargaming. You should have get it what it should have, 400 or even 460 alpha damage. With the same statistics as it has right now, but with a way bigger alpha damage. That would have made the tank relevant and better in my opinion. Now, of course, as you don't have the expected mobility, neither the DPM expected, you are extremely dependent to your team's movement. Because you don't have the possibility of pushing somewhere alone, because it would take too much time for you to come back to the rest of your team, and you don't have the possibility of chasing tanks by yourself, because your alpha damage doesn't allow you to get done with a tank in one single clip, or at least not the whole tank because it would be broken, but at least half the hit points of a tank. I understand the balance perspective of the tank, why Wargaming went for something like that, but here I'm just disappointed. I'm not gonna tell you that it's a tank that is not good. It's just average. It doesn't have anything that makes you shiver. It doesn't have anything that makes you want to play it too much. Yes, the burst is fun, but after playing it maybe 10 or 20 games, I'll just get bored of it, and I would just go back to the good old tanks that I like, and not this one. And I think it's a shame for Wargaming, because that tank was extremely expected by the players, but well, I guess we have to deal with it, and this is what we're doing. So yeah, here you saw a 3.1k damage, and it was not even an interesting game to see because the tank feels boring. Now we take a look at a second replay that is more interesting, while still showing the struggles you will encounter with the Batchat Bourrasque. So now maybe it's time for us to talk about the playstyle. As you are team dependent, you don't want to be alone at all cost. You don't want to rush alone, and you don't want to try things like poking or circling an enemy, then going back to your spawn with the rest of your team, because if you try something like that, you will get completely destroyed, because the purpose of that tank is just to burst some shots from time to time. And I'm 100% sure that Wargaming will buff the Batchat Bourrasque in the near future to make it what it's supposed to be. So there we go. On the Challenger, we sneaked 2 shots. As you can see, our horrific reload time doesn't allow us to get another shot on the Challenger before it crosses the hill. But luckily for us, he sneaked only 1, as we are able to completely destroy the boy. Now we have a CDA in the back, and you will see by the map right now that the two mediums are going to be spotted on the other side. And here I assumed, I don't know why, that the CDA was alone. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try, because I was still curious about the abilities of the Batchat Bourrasque. I'm going to try to push forward and see what happens. And here, unfortunately for me, there was the VZ. So there we go. We stick an HE in, 378. We stick another one, but no HE because we couldn't penetrate. And now we're trying to go back. And just take a look at how sluggish the tank feels when you try to escape. Ugh, the traverse speed, man, it was horrible on this one. The only cool thing is your turret traverse speed. But for the whole traverse speed, I don't know, it feels like the tank is incomplete. It feels like a stock version of the real Batchat Bourrasque. I truly don't know how Wargaming decided to implement that tank, what went through their mind, but it's not a tank for anyone. To be fair, it's not a good tank. It's not a tank you want to acquire right now, and especially in crates, because if you're unlucky enough, it will cost you 110 euros. And to be fair, I would tell you that this tank is worth it for maybe 7k gold, but not that much. The tank is not worth that much. Maybe another thing to notice about it is its credit coefficient. Because out of all the tanks I've played, this one is on the top when it comes to make credits. But in order to make credits, you need to have good games. Well, having good games with this tank, good luck. So in the end, you're stuck with a worse version of an M5Yo, I would tell you. M6Yo, the tier 10, sorry. Because here, your whole purpose being the mobility and you being unable to complete that role, I don't see why. I don't see what happened. I mean, Wargaming had to pick between two things. Either they gave it a great mobility, they added like 10 kilometers per hour more traverse speed, etc. to really make it nervous, but they stick to the gun they put on the tank, or they keep the mobility they put on the tank right now, but at least they give us a gun that really is effective, like 460 alpha damage. Here in its current state, it seems like Wargaming took all the defaults the Batchat Bourrasque had and increased it, decreasing at the same time the qualities it has. Well, I would tell you straight away, this is not worth it. You don't want to acquire the Batchat Bourrasque because you are really gonna struggle with it. Now, as I just mentioned, the credit coefficient, just take a look at that. Here I did around 3.6k damage. And look at the number of credits I did, 100,040. No, 140,000? Ah, man. I struggle with numbers from time to time. So basically, yeah, I did a lot because the repair cost of the Batchat are really small, and of course it helps you doing the job. But to be fair, if the only thing this tank has is a good credit coefficient, this is clearly a tank you don't want to play. So please, guys, do not buy it. Wait for Wargaming to buff it because I'm 100% sure it will happen. Hopefully you enjoyed. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like, and share, and tell me in the comments what you think about that tank in case you already got it. See ya.